Nico-Cine gives you the real stories.
What you're about to hear really did take place. Yeah, it's real. This story is actually 8 years old, but it's still very likely happening daily, somewhere in Angeles. Late night stories, real stories from Angeles, experienced by the Nico-Cine team or one of you out there in the neon. Welcome, Night Prowler. I'm Zara, and this is Late Night Stories. The Girl Who Came to Rest. I was sitting in Brettos, what later became Paradise, then Sports Bar. You know how these places change names, but the bones stay the same. Pool tables, ladyboys playing pool, a lot of pool. Cassandra was there, drinking milk, as usual, eating a $20 steak at the bar like it was nothing. Some of you might know Cassandra. She's back on her island now, finished her computer science degree. Good for her. Cassandra was my first ladyboy experience in Angeles, about a year before this. Maybe that's why I trusted her judgment. Or maybe that's exactly why I shouldn't have. That night, she introduced me to a friend. Earth-toned lipstick. Perfect application. Not everyone bothers here, you know? Skin so smooth it caught the bar lights like silk. She was tall, taller than my usual type, but the way she smiled made that irrelevant. She told me she was in Angeles to rest a bit, and I bought it. Yeah, the holiday story, needing to decompress. It seemed believable because I wanted it to be. Then Cassandra saw someone passing on the street. A few quick words in Tagalog to my new friend. Quiet, urgent. Cassandra left her steak 3/4 eaten on the plate. That detail stuck with me. And just like that, she was gone. The introduction complete. Now it was just me and Anna. Let's call her Anna, because that definitely wasn't her name. But there was someone else in the bar too. A stunner I'd talked to the day before. Small, morena, big glasses. That irresistible mix of nerd and voyeur that's always done something to me. We'd made loose plans to meet tonight. She'd been direct about it. Be here tomorrow, I won't waste my time. At the time, that had felt like pressure. Now, sitting with Anna, maybe talking to her was my answer to that pressure. Or maybe I just liked options, who knows? This is an 8-year-old story, but it sits clear in my head like it happened last week. Some of it anyway. The morena girl watched us from across the bar, sipping her drink slowly. Then suddenly she wasn't sipping anymore. She downed it in one go, slid off her stool and walked out. Fast. No explanation. No goodbye. I got it. Yeah. I had actually pissed her off. But the day before she'd been very bossy, so I'd made sure not to promise anything. Anyway, now it was just Anna and me in Brettos. The pool tables empty, the street outside getting louder. We talked, we drank. Later, we walked to the 999 hotel, quite a trek from Walking Street. The things I did to save on accommodation back then, we had a pleasant time. The next morning, breakfast across the street, poolside. The sun was already brutal by 9 a.m. She looked tired but content. Or maybe I just wanted to see content. She was cute. She was easy to be with. And she seemed to genuinely like hanging around. We met again. I changed hotels. Another budget option, but closer to Walking Street this time. She brought a friend, Honestly, the friend was more my type. But she had a Scandinavian boyfriend sending monthly money while she studied. So she waited in the lobby while Anna came upstairs with me. Here's the thing. Anna was only bottom, passive. I was looking for versatile, for mix, for not missing out, you know? And honestly, being in Angeles with all these genetic girls around, I started questioning everything. Was I actually attracted to ladyboys? Or was I just caught up in the atmosphere, in the permission this place gives you to explore without judgment? If this had been a transaction, I would have known what to do. Pay fairly, add extra for the trike home, a clean goodbye with a clear conscience. But this wasn't that. She wasn't working. She was here to relax, and she seemed to like me. Wanted to spend time with me. Or so she said. And I wanted to believe it because it made me feel less like a customer and more like, something else. So I had to address my uncertainty. I sent her an SMS while she was out with her friend. Told her she was super cute, but my sexuality wasn't really for ladyboys. That now I knew. But I really did like her. Yes, a man sitting texting about sexuality. What Angeles can do to you. She wrote back an hour later. I offered to bring her things to her, but she didn't want that in front of her friend. So I left a plastic bag in the room with her belongings, went downstairs empty-handed. The three of us had a beer together at a street bar, mostly in silence. Yeah, that kind of silence where everyone knows what's happening but no one wants to name it. Then Anna asked if she could use the bathroom in my room. Of course I said yes. Here's what I haven't told you yet. In the few days we'd been together, she'd stopped wearing makeup. I hadn't really noticed at first. Only noticed that my attraction, my sensual connection, had been fading. Maybe she'd stopped trying. Maybe I'd stopped seeing her. Hard to say which came first. After 40 minutes, she came out of that bathroom. 40 long minutes. I was sitting on the bed in a huge hotel room, just waiting for her to step out any minute. Unchanged but ready to go. But she came out looking like a stunner. Again. Just like when Cassandra introduced us. Or even better, she looked gorgeous. That earth-toned lipstick reapplied perfectly. Skin luminous. Hair styled. She looked so pretty it was hard for me to know what to think. I remember her sitting on the edge of the bed, the air conditioning humming, some Filipino pop song drifting up from the street below. For a second, I didn't know if I should ask her to stay. Part of me wanted to. The part that saw her sitting there, makeup perfect, looking at me with something I couldn't quite read. Hope? Habit? Resignation? But another part of me knew. Yeah, knew that wanting her to stay just because she'd made herself beautiful again, even though it clearly wasn't for me anymore, would be wrong. My throat felt tight. I didn't trust my voice, so I didn't ask. Instead, I pulled out 4,000 pesos. For makeup and nails, I said. A thank you. A parting gift between people who'd shared something. She'd given me time, intimacy, company. This felt like the right gesture. She took the money, folded it carefully, methodically, put it in her bag. Then she said something about feeling like a prostitute. The words hung between us. She didn't look at me when she said it. I didn't understand why she'd say that. I was just trying to be generous, to acknowledge what we'd shared. She didn't ask for more. She just left. I followed her to the door. She gave me a soft goodbye kiss on the cheek. From my perspective, we parted on good terms. A few hours later, I was walking down Walking Street when a message came through. Out walking? My stomach lurched, or maybe it lifted. I couldn't tell the difference. I walked up to Brettos. She was sitting at the bar, easy to spot in the open-air setup. The feeling was ambiguous. Relief? Regret? The strange pull of unfinished business. I stayed for one drink, then left. An hour later, I passed Brettos again. She was still there. But now she was with a new guy, laughing, leaning into him. The same energy she'd had with me that first night. The same treatment. And just like that, I understood. The here to rest story. Cassandra's quick exit, leaving that steak behind. The friend waiting in the lobby while Anna came upstairs. The text asking if I was out walking. Her comment about feeling like a prostitute. Not offended, just stating fact. I wasn't special. I was just next. There was a weight in my chest. Not anger, not even disappointment, just the heavy, settling feeling of reality replacing whatever story I'd been telling myself. I walked home, a little wiser maybe, and in some respect, thankful for the education handed to me by the night.